Hello world, it is Tuesday, July 27th, 2021, and a beautiful sunny day. Also warm. Got hot yesterday, and I think the humidity is kind of going to be high again. But I looked at the weather forecast, and it's looking like next week we may see some relief with temperatures in the upper 70s during the day and 60s and maybe even in the 50s at night. So hopefully open window night is coming. The devotion for today is entitled Remember by Tony Robinson. And Tony bases the devotion upon Deuteronomy chapter 11, verse 18, New Revised Standard Version. You shall put these words of mine in your heart and soul, and you shall bind them as a sign on your hand and fix them as an emblem on your forehead. And Tony's devotion. I don't need every Sunday to be reminded of my responsibilities, said the young mother and teacher. They're staring me in the face. I do need every Sunday to be reminded of the grace of God. People of all ages joke about senior moments. We forget stuff, names, words. We forget where we parked the car. Thank goodness that with our car keys, we can get our car to flash its lights and identify itself. Moses was concerned about our theological senior moments, forgetting God, forgetting our story, forgetting God's story. Looked at in a certain way, the Bible is full of memory devices and cues, things to help us remember. Moses lists a bunch. Church is also full of reminders. Take time for prayer, sign up for this, volunteer for that. Remember to read your daily devotion. Don't forget to pay your pledge and remember to vote. Most of the reminders are about things I should be doing, about my responsibilities. Fair enough. But the one reminder I most need isn't about me or my doing. It's about God and God's doing. When I got lost, God came looking. When I was in knots, God loosened the bonds. When I had forgotten myself, God remembered me. And Tony's prayer. Your grace, O God, puts us back together again. Your grace remembers us. Thank you. Well, this devotion, I think, is a reminder for a couple different things. One, for me, is that Sunday morning worship isn't about a perfect worship service or a great music or a great sermon or a great performance. It's about God, and that's what we should be focusing about, not fretting over screens in the sanctuary, but where we're finding God. And that kind of leads into the other thought I had in reading this, and that is looking for God intentionally, being intentional and contemplative about it, seeking God out in our day-to-day life, looking for those moments in which God is present in us and in other people, and in the events that we're involved in or confronted with. Actively looking for God. And I think sometimes we forget about that. We get caught up in the busyness of life and the busyness of things, even in the church, and we forget about looking for God. Because God's always looking for us. And sometimes we're not going to see God because we're too busy doing. So remember to stop every now and then and look. Because, as I've said so many times before, you find what you look for. So look for the good and look for God. Hope you have a good day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.